Annyeong, it's Mikey here, and guys, thank you so much for constantly just supporting this channel, helping me grow so much. It's over 2.5k, and I can't believe how far it's come. Now, today's video is going to be on the new Wuque Studio switches. So we have the Arowana switches. There's 4 different colors, and they all are actually very different from each other. So they all have a very different sound profile. So we're going to have to take a look into each switch, and of course also compare it with Wuque Studio's more recent switch, the Pro switches. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and let's go straight into taking a look at these. So we're going to do a quick stem level test with each switch. So we have the red, black, yellow, pearl switch, and the gold Arowana switch. Now, one thing to note is that these switches actually have very, very little stem wobble. I was actually quite surprised with it. Like with the reds right there, it does have a little bit of like the horizontal wobble, but vertical wobble is very, very minimal. And I was actually quite shocked with that because I know Wuque Studio before did have quite a bit of stem wobble in their Morandi switch. This time around, I have to admit, with the HMX collab, very well done. Not much stem wobble at all. Like each one was quite impressive in terms of stem wobble. Again, some horizontal, very little vertical. That's what I felt. I couldn't find my very thin tweezers, so I had to use these tweezers to do this test. But as you can see, there is some horizontal, very little vertical. Of course, the pearl switch though is a box stem, so you're getting almost no stem wobble at all. Like, I mean, you shouldn't at all once it's pressed down, and very, very little at the top. Now, I want to also give you guys a little bit of what it looks like, dark, what the lighting looks like. Because, again, some people like backlighting. So let's take a look to see how good it is and what it's like for each switch, and does the colors affect the RGB. So as you can see, the black Arowana switch, very, very bad backlighting. I would say the pearl switch has probably one of the better ones, just because it does have a light diffuser built in. The reds are okay. The yellows are not bad either. The golds, on the other hand, I find aren't actually really great. I would say the yellow has decent, red is decent, gold not so great, black definitely not great for backlighting. And this is what happens when I bring the lighting down a lot. Like, I brought the lighting in my little studio as low as possible, and that's what you get. So here I'm just changing to different brightness settings for the backlighting, as well as even changing the backlight color, just so it gives you guys a bit of an idea. Does it change depending on the switch? Like, will the lighting be completely different? And I mean, it's not bad actually. I don't find that these switches really affect the actual lighting that comes out that much, except now let me just let you hear each one. So each switch has its own very specific sound to it, and they actually really differentiate it quite well. It goes from like really clacky to a decent thok. Now we're going to show you each one, and of course go through each individual one, what the sound profile is like and what I personally think. Now, starting off, we're going to start with the Wuque Studio Pearl switches, which are a bit older. It's been a couple months now since they were released. There was a lot of talk around it because it's a ball bearing switch, so it feels incredibly smooth even without lubing it. The springs though are a bit scratchy, so that's the reason why you would want to kind of lube it and make sure the springs are greased up. But it has no stem wobble, but it is a clacky high pitch switch. Now the gold, so this is actually the gold, even though it's yellow colored, is more of a thocky switch. So it has a little bit of a deeper profile, a little bit quieter. I would say it doesn't feel that smooth though, even though lubed, not super smooth. Now, next is going to be the black and the yellow and the red. So the red is the clackiest of the three. I would say actually the the yellow and red are quite clacky. I'd say the red are louder, depending on the keyboard though, which is why I did the review with two different keyboards, so you guys can kind of get a bit of a better sense of what it sounds like. And the black, which is on the clacky side, but feels incredibly smooth. It is the heaviest one though, so the heaviest spring out of all of them. And I personally do actually like them quite a bit. I would say my favorite and number one here is the gold, because it is a deeper, thockier switch. And then the black, because it just feels so smooth. And it actually does feel really nice to type on. So I mean, these are all the 5 switches that were released this year, and you can definitely go check them out in the links below. So let me know down below in the comments, what was your favorite switch? Mine has to be the gold Arowana switches, and that's just because they're a bit more of a deeper sound profile and a bit thocky. yeah, I think I'm gonna probably end up using these ones. Maybe not so much the other ones, but we'll of course see. Maybe I want down the road I want a more clucky sound and help build a clucky keyboard, which I really should. I should try to do a cluckiest keyboard build, and one day maybe I'll do a video on that as well. So let me know down below, which one it was your favorite, of course, and please catch the other videos I got. And soon I'll also do a video on all of the new Akko switches.